Hello everyone, Randall Ulrich here. I have some updates for you as far as some of your weekly assignments and some of your upcoming projects. So I want to take a look at the agenda that we have here. So first I'll talk about your upcoming Collaborate session. There were some questions about dates and times, so I wanted to make sure I covered that. I wanted to talk about weekly discussion questions a little bit. I have some specific information regarding week 5 as far as the discussion question is concerned. I'll also talk a little bit about the week 8 projects, so your mid-semester project, and then of course a little bit about your final project. As far as your Collaborate session coming up, you'll see it under syllabus, and you'll see the syllabus there, and then you'll see a link for the Collaborate session itself. You'll see that you've got a date of October 3rd, and that's at 6:30 p.m. So if you click on the link, it'll open up a new window, and then you'll click on Join Room to join that session. As far as weekly discussions are concerned, I wanted to call attention to the dates. For your weekly discussions, take a look at the weekly sessions and look at the dates at the end of each of those. Those are your due dates for completing each of those weekly discussions. And remember, when responding to the weekly discussion questions, you want to respond early enough to my original posting so that your classmates have a chance to see your responses so that they can respond later in the week. Remember, you're responding to at least 2 of your classmates as far as their responses. So don't wait until the end of the week before you respond. This is not a question of just getting it done in time for the deadline. This is a chance for everyone to exchange ideas, and there's a lot of good information that is going on during the week. So be sure to check back. If you've already done your 2 responses to your classmates, make sure you're checking back because there's a lot of good information and there are resources that are being posted in these responses as well. So make sure you're checking those out. Please don't wait till the end of the week to do the original post and then responding to 2 of your classmates. Make sure that you have a chance for everyone to respond. For your week 5 discussion question, there were some specific instructions. Take a look at what you see on the screen here as I walk through it. For your week 5 discussion question, take a look at the instructions that you see on screen here. You're going to address one of these following 5 areas, one of these bullet points: learning theory generally, best practices in online teaching, and so forth. You're going to choose one of those 5 areas and you're going to address that. There is a statement and a question, and you're addressing both pieces, highlighted here in blue. You're going to address those. You're going to copy that entire section into your response. So you're going to say, based on my reading and research, I agree or disagree with the results, and is based on the research that you do. You are going to look up 5 sources, and you're going to address them in terms of one of those bulleted points. So based on that, after you read those resources, you respond to your statement portion and say, I agree or disagree with that material. And then you're going to respond to the discussion question after that. I'd like to reiterate what we discussed in class about week 8 when you do your next face-to-face session. This is on October 21st. This is where you'll be doing your presentation. And as you can see on screen here, there is a grading matrix and a goal and purpose statement. And on these documents, for the grading matrix, you'll see what it takes to get a particular grade and what is expected of you for those grades. And then you'll also see that there's a goal and purpose statement. And in here, I have that listed as well. And essentially what we're looking to do is, for all of the reading that you've been doing, for all of your original research that you've been doing, you want to see what research, what theory is out there, and how it closely aligns with your own professional beliefs about teaching and learning, especially if it applies to online teaching and learning, if this is your particular situation. Now, for those of you who don't have a teaching situation, you can do this for a theoretical situation, or if there's someone that you know who does online teaching or is a teacher of any sort, K through 8, university level, community college, whatever. Let me know so that I can point you in the right direction for that. So again, you're trying to apply all of that original research to your teaching situation. So you can also see that I also have an index here of what is considered quality references. So take a look at this and make sure that you're applying good quality references here. And as we scroll down to the end of the document here, you'll see that this is a PowerPoint presentation. That's fine. If there's something else that you want to use that also makes the same point, let me know, whether it's Prezi or some of the other tools that are out there. Let me know that you want to do something other than PowerPoint. But to make this real simple, PowerPoint is just fine. You'll also see that there's no minimum time set, but we want to make sure that everybody has time to present, so no individual presentation is going to exceed 15 minutes, so this shouldn't take very long at all. So if you have any questions on this, send them to me, but I just wanted to give you an overview on this as well. I'd like to conclude by addressing your final session, the face-to-face session that we'll be doing on December 2nd, and the final project that you'll be doing. Now, you won't be doing an actual presentation on this date. However, your final project is due no later than December 2nd. You're going to be sending that to Dropbox, and you have a specific folder, as you see marked here, EDTE280 Final Project 2016. You should have already received an invitation to that folder so that you can upload that file. And again, that is due no later than December 2nd. As with your mid-semester project, you see that I have a goals and objectives statement. I also have a grading matrix. So you can see from the grading matrix, in order to achieve a grade, what will I need to do in order to achieve that grade. As with your other project, you have a goals and purpose or goals and objectives statement, and what you're looking to do is to create a lesson plan, or if you have existing lesson plans, you can adapt them, and you're going to apply it to the flipped classroom model. So in other words, what is it you do now in the classroom? How could you adapt that to the flipped classroom model? And depending on how you put this together, this may be an actual practical example and something you can apply to your classroom situation. So again, I list all the requirements, and you'll see that the major focus here is what is the rationale. So if I'm going to include video, if I'm going to include other technology, what am I doing and why am I doing it? So make sure that you read all these requirements and see how they compare to that grading rubric. So this is just a paper that you're going to be writing. It's going to be 3 to 4 pages in length. It does not need to be excessively long. This is mostly, I need to see how are you stepping through the model and applying this to what you do now. So take a look at this information. We're going to be going through this in a little depth, a little bit more, but this is something you can look at and start thinking about how do you want to apply this. So if you have any questions in the meantime, just send them to me, let me know. And for those of you who don't have a current teaching situation, you can create a lesson plan. What would you like to teach? And then how would I apply that to the flipped classroom model? So that's something you can think about. If you have questions, comments, concerns, send all those questions to me. And with that, I just wanted to make sure you had a bit of an overview and some of the upcoming projects and just some of the reminders about due dates, and then some of the purposes about things like discussion questions. I'm seeing a lot of good work as far as discussion questions. I'm also taking a look at your literature circles, and as I mentioned on the first day, I won't be intervening on those, but I am reading those, so I see a lot of good discussions on those. So just make sure you're keeping up with all of your due dates, whether it's your literature circles or your weekly discussions, and you should get along fine. All righty, take care until next time.